Today we shall discuss continuity of a function at a point. What do you mean by function is continuous? When we sketch the graph of the function, the graph should not have a break. Then we say the function is continuous. So let's mathematically understand what you mean by a function is becoming discontinuous, and also what is the meaning of function becoming continuous. Let's see what is the definition of it. Let's have a look at a graph of this kind. We say at the point x equal to a, always the point on a graph is expressed in terms of x coordinate, because corresponding to one x coordinate, there is only one point. So at x equal to a means the point where the x coordinate of the point becomes a. That means this is like this, a. And if you define the function as y equal to f of x, the corresponding value of the y coordinate will be f of a. So the x coordinate is a, y coordinate is f of a for this particular point. What do you mean by limit extending to a minus fx? It means we are taking the neighborhood of a, near to a. When the x coordinate is approaching a from the left, that means let's imagine a point here, corresponding to that we get a y coordinate, and remember this is f of a. This point is f of a. Little less than a, what will be the corresponding value of y coordinate? Y coordinate will be approaching. When x is approaching this way, the y coordinate also will approach to the point f of a. Then limit extending to a plus f of x. That means when x is approaching from the left side, the function's value, and the function's value at the point x equal to a. If all three are equal, then we say the function is continuous at a point. Most of the cases, we may call this together as limit extending to a f of x. If both of them are equal, that is known as limit extending to a f of x. So the function is continuous at the point x equal to a. The function is continuous at the point x equal to a if this condition is satisfied. Limit extending to a f of x equal to f of a, which automatically means left hand limit, right hand limit, and f of a, all three values should be equal. Now let's see the cases when they become discontinuous, how the graph will be and how the definition will change. Let's take the first case. What do you mean by they both are not equal? Imagine this is a graph and I have another graph here. This is a point A, and let me denote this by 2, and let me denote this by 3. If you look at this graph, I can say limit extending to a minus fx. When x values are approaching a through the left side, corresponding y coordinate will be near 2. Limit extending to a plus. When x is approaching through this way, what will be the value of y coordinate? Just look at the y coordinate. Y coordinate value will be near 3. So what you notice here, left hand limit and the right hand limit are not equal. So naturally the function is discontinuous at that point. So we can notice that there is a break in the graph, and also we say the function is discontinuous. There can be another possibility. Let's take this second possibility. The function is like this. That means one point is marked outside. I cannot mark one point alone. This is also a break. Let me denote this by 2. Let me denote this by 3. That means one point alone is outside the curve. Here you will notice that limit extending to a minus fx and limit extending to a plus fx, both. This is a, little less than a, the function's value is near 2. Little more than a, the function's value is near 2. So both left hand limit and right hand limit are 2, but it is not equal to f of a. F of a's value, when x is exactly a, the y coordinate is a comma 3. So f of a's value here is 3. But left hand limit and right hand limit are approaching 2. In such case also, you can see the graph is having a break. So there are two types of discontinuities. One is the limit does not exist. Left hand limit and right hand limit are not equal. Another is limit exists but not equal to the f of a's value. This is called removable discontinuity and this is non-removable discontinuity. So when the limit does not exist, we have a non-removable discontinuity. When limit exists but not equal to f of a, we are calling that as a removable discontinuity at the point x equal to a. The question is, examine the continuity of the function at x equal to 2. Examine continuity of this function at x equal to 0. Before I start that, let's have a understanding about what is the definition of the function. What the function says is that this formula is the formula to calculate the y coordinate as long as x value is other than 2. Example, if I want to calculate what is the y coordinate when x is 1, I will replace x by 1 here. So 1 square minus 4 upon 1 minus 2. So 3 minus 3 upon minus 1. So I'll get 3 as answer. If I want to at x point is 1.9. Again, the value of x is other than 2. So you will replace x by 1.9 here. So 1.9 square minus 4 upon 1.9 minus 2. I will get 3.9 as the answer. If I want to calculate at 2.1, I want to find out the value of y coordinate when x is 2.1. 2.1 the whole square minus 4 upon 2.1 minus 2, I will get the answer as 4.1. So all the values, corresponding values of y coordinate for x not equal to 2, we apply this formula. But when x is exactly 2, when x takes exactly 2, do not substitute in the function because this formula is applicable for only x other than 2. For x equal to 2, y coordinate is directly 4. Or in other words, f of 2 is 4. For all other functions other than the value of x equal to 2, we need to substitute in this and get the value. Now we come to how do you check whether it is continuous at x equal to 2 or not. We learned just before in the definition, a function is continuous at x equal to 2 if the left hand limit at x equal to 2 at 2 and right hand limit at 2 and f of 2. If all three are equal, then we say the function is continuous. But you know that when x is less than 2, the value of the function is x square minus 4 upon x minus 2. When the value of x is more than 2, the function remains the same. So you don't have to calculate both the limit because both limit would give me the same answer, which means I need to replace f of x here, I need to replace f of x here. So there will be no difference in the method of calculation. So what I'll do is, I will take this together as limit x tending to 2 f of x. I'll calculate the value of this limit when x is tending to 2. There's no need to calculate left hand limit and right hand limit separately because the function is the same function for both of them. So limit x tending to 2, x square minus 4 upon x minus 2. Now to calculate this limit, what I get? Limit x tending to 2, x minus 2 into x plus 2 upon x minus 2. So they will get cancelled. When I apply 2 plus 2, I'll get 4 as the answer. So what I have seen is limit x tending to 2, f of x is 4. And what is the value of y coordinate when x is exactly 2? When x is exactly 2, the y coordinate is going to be 4. So what have you noticed? Limit x tending to 2 f of x and f of 2's value both are equal. So therefore, limit x tending to 2 f of x and f of 2's values are equal. If they are equal, what you can say, f of x is continuous. The function is continuous at x equal to 2. Function is continuous at x equal to 2. Now let's have a look at the other function. To make the concept clear, I'm using the same board for both the problems. So I'm going to calculate you need to calculate the test of continuity at x equal to 0. So I will start with limit x tending to 0 f of x. Here again, I don't have to calculate the left hand limit and right hand limit because there is only one function. For x less than 0, this is a function. For x is more than 0, the same function. So there's no change in the function for less than 0 and greater than 0. So left hand limit and right hand limit separately need not be calculated. We need to calculate only one limit. This is equal to limit x tending to 0 3 raised to sine x minus 1 the whole square upon x square. Now tell me, why did I replace this? X is tending to 0. That means x is near 0 but x not equal to 0. Since x is not equal to 0, the function's formula is this. So we are calculating the limit. Now 3 raised to sine x minus 1 upon the whole square. So we will convert this into a formula by dividing and multiplying with a sine square x. So I have divided by sine square x, and also I multiplied with a sine square x and x square. So this became a formula. This also sine theta upon theta formula. So this turned to be log 3 the whole square into 1 square. Sine theta upon theta is 1. So log 3 the whole square. So finally, my answer here I am getting is log 3 the whole square. And what is f of 0's value? Limit x tending to 0, f of x, I got this value. When x is exactly 0, the function's value is 2 log 3. Now tell me, are they both equal? Are they both equal? You may feel they both are equal. Log 3 the whole square cannot be written as 2 log 3. They both are not equal. Log 3 square, if it was log 3 square, I could have written, if it was log 3 square, I could have written as 2 log 3. 2 log 3 is log 3 square. In fact, this is log 3 square, but this is log 3 the whole square. So what have we noticed? The limit at x equal to 0 and the function's value at 0, both are not equal. So what is my conclusion? The limit is not equal to the function's value. So f of x is discontinuous at x equal to 0. So the function becomes discontinuous because log 3 the whole square and 2 log 3 are not equal. Therefore, the limit extending to 0 f of x and f of 0's values are not equal. Therefore, the function is discontinuous at x equal to 0. And this discontinuity is known as removable discontinuity. Why it is called removable? How can you remove it? By redefining this. Instead of 2 log 3, if I write log 3 the whole square, by redefining this function, I can make it continuous. That's why this function is this discontinuity is known as removable discontinuity. Once again, here what we notice, limit, we wanted to check the continuity at x equal to 2. So we calculated limit extending to 2 f of x. Then we calculated f of 2. F of 2 is always given in the question. We saw both of them are equal. Therefore, the function became continuous. Here, we wanted to test the continuity at x equal to 0. So we calculated limit extending to 0 f of x. We got log 3 the whole square. Then we calculated what is the value of f of 0. When x takes exactly 0, the function's value is 2 log 3. So we notice both of them are different. They are not equal. Therefore, the function became discontinuous at x equal to 0. Let us examine the continuity of this function at x equal to 2, here also at x equal to 2. Both the function, we are going to discuss the continuity at x equal to 2. Here again, x less than 2, we have the function as x square plus 1. That means whenever the x coordinate is between 0 and 2, we need to apply this formula for calculating the y coordinate. When x value is between 2 and 3, we need to use this formula to calculate the y coordinate. Which means x less than 2, the formula is x square plus 1. X more than 2, the formula is 2x plus 1. So here both the functions are different. Hence, we need to calculate all of them. Limit x tending to 2 minus f of x. That is limit x tending to 2. When x is less than 2, the function is x square plus 1. And that gives you 5 as answer. When limit x is tending to 2 plus f of x, the function's value, x value is more than 2. When x is more than 2, we need to use this as a function, 2x plus 1. So 2 into 2, 4, 4 plus 1, 5, both are giving you 5. And the value of the function when x is exactly 2, when x is exactly 2, the equal to sign is over here. So when x is exactly 2, the y coordinate is obtained by substituting here. So that became 2 square plus 1, that is also 5. So what you have noticed? All the three are equal. So my conclusion is limit x tending to 2 minus f of x is equal to limit x tending to 2 plus f of x and f of 2. All three are equal. Therefore, the function is continuous at x equal to 2. So the function becomes continuous at x equal to 2. Let's look at the graph of this function. A small graph I am drawing here. When x is 0, the function is 1. So this is 0, 1. When x is 2, 4 plus 1, 5. Let's imagine this is 5. So the graph will be something like this. And when x is 2, 4 plus 1, 5, but this is a linear graph, so it's a straight line graph, and this graph will be something like this. This point is 2, and let's say this point is 3. When x is 3, you get 7. So the y coordinate here is 7, 3, 7. So what have we noticed? The graph is having a change in the direction, but it is continuous. There is no break in the graph. Therefore, the function is continuous here. So let's have a look at next case. Here, limit x tending to 2 minus, let me put the equal to sign over here. Limit x tending to 2 minus fx, as usual, will give you 2 square plus 1, 5. Limit x tending to 2 plus, when x is more than 2, function is this, that will give you 2 into 2 minus 1, that gives you 3. So the left hand limit and right hand limit are not equal. So if I am sketching the graph, what would I have noticed? The first part would be like this only, but the second graph will start from 3. This is 5. When x is little less than 2, it is approaching 5. When x is more than 2, the graph is going to start from 3. The graph will be like this. This point is 3. Somewhere here. Be somewhere here, 3. So this will be the graph of the function 2x minus 1. Let me take the graph only up to 3 because the upper bound is 3. So you can see there is a break in the graph here. There is a break in the graph here. So we say f of x is discontinuous at x equal to 2. So where other points are continuous, only at the point x equal to 2 it is discontinuous. So here the left hand limit and right hand limit are not equal. So we call it as non-removable discontinuity. Whereas here the function is continuous because left hand limit, right hand limit and f of 2's value, all three are equal. Therefore the function became continuous. Here left hand limit and right hand limit are different. So one graph will end at 5, another graph will start at 3. Therefore what is your conclusion? The graphs are not continuous at that point. Therefore it is discontinuous. So in short, this graph's ending point is 2, 5. The ending point, this graph ends at 2, 5. This graph starts at 2, 3. When I put x as 2 here, 4 plus minus 1, 3. So the ending point and starting point of the two graphs, ending point and starting point of the two graphs are different. Therefore the function will be discontinuous at that point.